Do you ever experience strange physical symptoms, sensations that show up out of nowhere, linger for a day or two, and then suddenly just disappear? Maybe your sleep feels different, your body buzzes with energy, or you're exhausted for absolutely no reason. And maybe you've been wondering, is something wrong with me, or is something waking up within me? Today, we are going to talk about the physical signs that your spiritual awakening is deepening, and a few of them may surprise you. Hi everyone, I'm Esther Bartkiw. For over 21 years, I've been helping people who are tired and unsure of their path reconnect with their true self, their intuition, and create a life that feels spiritually aligned with their highest potential. Before we dive into today's topic, please gently hit the like button if you appreciate this type of content. All right, let's begin by reviewing the basics. What is a spiritual awakening? A spiritual awakening isn't one big moment. It's a gradual process. It's when your awareness starts to expand and you begin seeing yourself, other people, and life in a whole new way. Old beliefs and habits begin to fall away, and the limits that you once lived under start to dissolve. You feel more connected to something bigger than your everyday identity, and that's your soul self. And as this happens, you may feel clearer, more intuitive, and more in tune with who you truly are. A spiritual awakening shifts your consciousness. And because the mind and body are connected, it also shifts your biology, which is why so many people experience physical symptoms. And yes, there are emotional, mental, and energetic symptoms as well. But today we are going to focus on 9 physical symptoms of spiritual awakening, including some that may surprise you. And I'll give you some examples. So why do these symptoms feel confusing at times? Because they show up suddenly. They may not match any medical explanation. They can last for a few hours to a few days and then vanish as if nothing happened. This can feel disorienting, especially for new people new to the awakening process. You may wonder, am I sick? Is something wrong? Is this energy? Is this something I should be concerned about? And that is actually a very healthy question to ask, as you will see. You might also wonder, is my symptom spiritual or scientific? And here's the truth. Many spiritual awakening symptoms can also have completely normal biological or medical explanations. Fatigue, headaches, chest tightness, tingling, digestive issues. All of these can be physical issues, spiritual issues, both. And this is where self-responsibility and discernment matter. Now, here's an important piece of information to note. Spiritual awakening symptoms typically come in waves. A wave of high frequency energy moves in, you feel it physically, and as the wave moves on, the symptom usually resolves within 24 to 72 hours. If something persists beyond that, if a symptom intensifies, if something feels concerning to you, please seek medical support, especially from a decentralized root cause practitioner who will look at the whole picture. Because we all know people who ignored symptoms thinking that they were spiritual, energetic, only to discover later that it was a medical condition. Now, this is a good moment to pause and talk a little bit about discernment, because I've seen the consequences on both sides. Sometimes when a symptom was spiritual, yes, and sometimes when it absolutely was not. Years ago, a friend of mine, an energy healer, was working with a woman who kept having chest pain, real pressure, tightness, discomfort. She was convinced it was her heart chakra opening, and she kept brushing off the pain, saying, "Oh, that's just energy moving." But something about it didn't sit right. The pain was lingering, it wasn't shifting with energy work, and it didn't follow the usual pattern of a spiritual wave that comes and goes within about 3 days. Now, eventually, she did go to a doctor, and thank goodness that she did, because it turned out she was having cardiac issues, real physical issues that needed medical attention. And because she finally got checked, she was able to get proper treatment. Her life could have gone very differently if she had kept dismissing the symptom as just spiritual or just energy. This is why I always encourage people to use both intuition and common sense. Yes, a spiritual awakening can absolutely create physical sensations, but if something lasts or feels off, or your body whispers to you, "Hey, listen up," get it checked out. You can never lose by making sure that your physical body is supported. I also want to share a personal example, because this has been a very real part of my journey and why I'm making this video. Back around 2010 through 2012, we were going through an intense period of solar activity, big solar flares hitting the planet, lots of energetic shifts. And of course, we were coming up to that special date on the Mayan calendar. And I was deep in my own personal and spiritual growth work at the time, so I was incredibly sensitive to the energies. Every time one of those solar flares came through, it hit me like a tsunami. My main symptom back then was extreme fatigue. Not just tired, not, "Oh, I could use a nap," but I mean a complete shutdown. My body would feel like someone unplugged me from the wall. I had to lie down immediately wherever I was, because I literally could not take another step. And I did all the practical things. I checked my sleep. I looked at my stress levels. I paid attention to my nutrition, hydration, my routines, all the things that you would normally look at. But the pattern was undeniable. A solar flare would come in. I would feel it instantly. I would have to sleep. And then after an hour or two of deep rest, I'd wake up and feel completely different. A physical reset. And it was part of my spiritual awakening. Now, later on in my journey, I stopped feeling solar flares as physical exhaustion. Instead, my symptoms began showing up in my dream state. And this is something people rarely talk about. I have always had vivid, colorful, meaningful dreams since I was a small child. And definitely they were part of my spiritual awakening. Currently, most of my universal guidance and direction comes through my dreams. I astral travel, explore different dimensions, I blend timelines, I receive guidance, symbolism, and messages that are so clear and so multidimensional that I sometimes wake up feeling like I lived an entire other life overnight, and my physical body feels it. You can wake up exhausted from the spiritual work that you're doing while you are asleep. So for me, spiritual awakening symptoms have been very real, and they have changed over the years. They evolved from physical, the body shutting down during solar activity, to deep dream state journeys that carry teachings, transformations, and expansions. And the dream world has become one of the strongest ways that I track and understand my own spiritual evolution. So let's get deeper into it. Here are 9 physical symptoms of spiritual awakening to help you understand better your own personal journey. Number 1, sudden waves of fatigue or heavy sleepiness. Your body feels like it is powering down to integrate new frequencies. This will last from 30 minutes to up to 3 days. You're not tired, you are dragged into sleep tired. Number 2, heightened sensitivity, sensory, emotional, environmental. The light around you feels brighter. Sounds feel louder. Crowds feel overwhelming. You may even sense geomagnetic shifts, solar flares, Schumann resonance spiking. When I work with clients, often after a session, they will email me and say, I went for a walk after our session and everything seemed brighter, colors more vivid. The birds singing vibrated in my body. This is common when you're having a personal inner shift and spiritual awakening. Number 3, changes in body temperature. It could be random heat surges, cold waves, hot hands, cold feet, internal temperature swings, often connected to energy running in the body. Number 4, pressure in your skull or the crown of your head area. This is not a headache. It's more like something is expanding, lifting, opening. Some people feel it around the forehead, the temples, or the back of the head. I used to get tingles on the top of my head and they would run down my neck. Number 5, changes in appetite, digestion, and cravings. You may crave grounding foods like root vegetables and beef, crave lighter foods like Greek yogurt or fruit, lose your appetite temporarily, or suddenly become sensitive to certain foods. The digestive system is highly reactive during consciousness shifts. So be open to what presents. Number 6, heart flutters, chest expansion, breath changes. Again, as a reminder, always rule out medical causes. But yes, energetically, people do feel heart chakra expansion. Your breath may deepen. You may experience sudden sighing or chest inflation. Sudden sighing is a big clue of spiritual awakening for the people that I work with. It's one of the ways that the body releases old, stagnant, outdated energy. So when you sigh, allow it to be big and deep and hold the intention that that which no longer serves you is being released. Number 7, random body zaps or buzzing. This feels like electrical pulses, buzzing in the hands or feet, vibration through the spine, or feeling like your body is plugged into a socket. A spontaneous chiropractic adjustment may happen even though you were not working with a chiropractor. And this is common when major energy waves hit the planet, when you're opening up your energy channels in your body, doing chakra work or any body work, like with a chiropractor, osteopath, or massage. Number 8, dream state activation. Vivid, symbolic dreams, astral travel, parallel life experiences, meeting up with your guides, and then waking up exhausted because your spirit was active elsewhere all night. This is one of the most under-discussed physical symptoms. The body feels the work that the spirit is doing at night. Now here's kind of a cool story. I do channeled readings, and there's this group of beings that I have been working with for a very long time that I can tap into for information for myself and readings that I do for people. And when this ability was coming online, I would have dreams in which I was in a home high up in the sky, like a penthouse apartment with floor to ceiling windows. And I could see outside that there were beings that looked like spies in old movies, wearing a long black coat, black hat, talking into their watches. And I could hear them saying things like, oh, she sees us. She's becoming aware of us. Oh, she hears us too. She knows we're here. She's waking up. We can start giving her more instructions. And then I would wake up in the morning remembering this dream, not a dream, and say out loud, I know you're here. Take me to the next level. And number 9, the body will rewrite and rewire itself. And there's a sensation with it. People describe it as bones shifting, cells buzzing, internal rearranging, like your blueprint is updating. Typically, there's no pain involved with this symptom, just deep internal movement. And this one often happens during major awakening leaps or timeline shifts. For example, after you've moved through a big piece of inner work, addressing a topic or issue that's bogged you down and directed your life for a very long time. And now finally free from that energy and those beliefs, your body will feel like it's being internally rearranged. Now, when you have identified awakening symptoms, how do you navigate them? All right, well, get clear. What's really happening here? You can ask yourself questions like, did this come on suddenly or gradually? Does it come and go? Does it match a known pattern for me? Does anything logical explain this? Get clarity, because clarity prevents fear. Offer yourself grace and compassion. This process of spiritual awakening can be demanding, so treat yourself and your body gently. Your body is doing enormous energetic work. Practice deep self-care. Rest when your body demands it. Eat grounding foods, not junk foods, heavy foods, sugary foods, grounding foods, root vegetables. Stretch, hydrate, simplify your schedule during heavy integration periods. Be sure to ground yourself. This means bare feet on the earth, hands on a tree. Breathe into your body and watch that breath go down into the earth and anchor. Let the earth love you and stabilize you. Balance your energy. Use whatever modality resonates with you. Maybe it's visualization, Reiki, chakra clearing, sound therapy, prayer, magnesium salt baths, or frequency music. And stay in your body. Don't float out. When discomfort hits, some people, their spirits will leave their body. The spirit lifts and the body flounders. But your spirit, your body, and your human self are meant to work together. So use a grounding breath. Inhale into your belly. Exhale into your diaphragm. Visualize your spirit sinking back into your body, fully connected and fully present. Now, if you are ready to tap into your intuition, connect with your higher self or a spirit guide, clean out your chakras from limiting beliefs and heavy energy, all to aid you in your spiritual awakening, I can take you on a deep inner journey of healing and transformation to support your awakening. Check out the link below to my session services. And before you sign up, please reach out to me via email. We can discuss which of my processes will best suit your needs. I've been doing this work for over 21 years. I've helped a lot of people. I can help you too. And if you appreciate this type of content, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment below and let me know if you have experienced any of these symptoms and how they showed up in your life. And check out the video that's popping up on the screen right now. It is a perfect complement to what we have discussed here today.